Hello and welcome. In this lesson, we're going to try to demonstrate um, how to use Desmos in order to solve many of the STAR problems in a way that is efficient and quick in order to help you for the STAR test. So first question comes from the 2021 STAR test, and basically the keyword that you need to look out for is equivalent. Anytime you see this word equivalent on the STAR test and you have a multiple choice question, know that many times you can use Desmos to help you. So basically here is asking which one of these multiple choices is equivalent, is the same as square root of 184. So I'm going to click my calculator. I'm going to click square root and I'm going to write 184 and I get this value. Off the bat, I know that's not going to be letter A because letter A is 92. Then I'm going to try number 2. So I'm going to click right there, 2 square root of 46. And if you notice, the values are the same. So with certainty, I know that it's going to be letter B. Now, if you have doubts, you can always try the next number. So let me just demonstrate right there. So 4 square root of 23. And if you notice, the value is not equivalent, it's not the same as square root of 184. So that way, you know that for sure it's going to be letter B. Okay, next question is the second question from the 2021 STAR test. And basically, one of the things that indicates to me that I can use Desmos is because the multiple choices all have the y alone. If you remember, g of x is the same thing as saying y. So basically, all this equation has the y alone. So when that happens, basically I can use the Desmos to compare my multiple choice with the graph because the problem is saying which function best represents this graph. So which one of these functions right here best creates this line. So let's take a look. So I'm going to write g of x equals 6x plus 4. And as you can see, this line has a positive slope, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. Okay, and then I can just click right there and change this real quick to 4x, and I'm going to write negative 2 divided by 3. And I also see this is going to be a positive slope, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel that one. And the next one is negative 3 halves, so negative 3 over 2 and plus 6. Okay, one thing that I recommend is if you have a mouse, please bring it for the day of the test because the mouse makes it life much easier. Okay, at least for me. Okay, so here I see that I do have a line that's going down. Now let me check the y-intercept and x-intercept. Right here, the y-intercept is 0, 6, and here is 4, 0. And if you notice right here, that does not match my graph because my y-intercept is at 4 and here is at 6. So I know it's not going to be this answer. So let me just double check if the final answer is going to be the correct one. So let's see, 2 divided by 3, and we have plus 4. So here we see the y-intercept and the x-intercept, and they do match my graph. So with certainty, I know it's going to be letter G. Okay, very good. So let's go on to the next type of questions. Okay, this question we have solved in class many times using the slope. Okay, because we know the rate of change. Okay, another keyword here. Rate of change is the same thing as slope. So basically, you can choose two good points, and you can use the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now, the goal of today's lesson is to show another way using Desmos, because if you have a table and they ask for the rate of change or even the equation of the line, we can do what is called linear regression on the Desmos calculator. So here today we're going to demonstrate that. So here I'm going to have my Desmos calculator. I'm going to click the plus button, and here I have a table. So I click on the table, and now I'm just going to copy what I have on the table. So negative 8.5, then negative 6.5, then negative 2.5, and negative 1, And then on the other side, I'm going to write negative 92, enter, negative 72, enter, negative 32, enter, and negative 17. I double check that I copy correctly. Okay, so because I cannot make any mistakes. All right, once I made the table, now I'm going to click another box and I'm going to use this formula. Basically, you type Y1, then you press Shift, the tilde button, okay, and then you press MX1 plus B. Okay, so basically you need to remember this formula. So basically telling the calculator, please calculator, estimate the line of best fit that's going to fit these points. Okay, so let me turn off the line that they created because I didn't show you that when we made that table, these points appeared. Okay, we couldn't see it because you have to kind of like back away. Okay, we'll zoom out. Okay, now that I have the table, I wrote this formula and I said, okay, Desmos, estimate the line of best fit that would touch these 4 points. So when we did that, we have the line of estimation right there, okay, or the line of best fit, okay, and as you can see, is a perfect match because it hits all the points, okay, and that's why this R is 1. This is the coefficient of correlation. Basically, this line correlates to all the points correctly. Okay, so if it was less than 1, like a number close to 0, that would be a very poor correlation. But if it's close to 1, is a very good correlation. It's excellent. Okay, it's perfect. Okay, so but the important thing here is this. We're looking for the slope, and the slope is right there. See right there, m equals 10, and my answer is right there. Even better than that too is like had the problem has asked us for the equation of the line. Remember, the equation of the line is y equals mx plus b. We would have that information as well because you see right there, the equation of the line would be y equals 10x minus 7. So when given a table on the STAR test, and if you ask for a linear relationship, okay, so as you can see here, it says linear relationship. That means we can use this formula right here, y1 tilde mx1 plus b. You just have to remember this formula, okay? And the reason why is y1, x1, because if you notice our table here says x1, y1, okay? Perfect. So let's go on to the next set of problems. So let's clear this. And let's go to the next. Okay, the next question is, given this function, which statement is true? The zeros are negative 8, 2, or negative 8, negative 2, negative 2, 8, or 2, 8. Well, the question is, what is a zero? Okay, this is a keyword, very important on the STAR test because they like to use it a lot. And basically, anytime you see zeros, that means they're looking for the x-intercept, okay? Another word they can use instead of zeros could be solutions. So if you see the word x-intercept or solutions, you know that, or zeros, you know they're talking about the same thing, okay? So zeros, solutions, x-intercepts, okay? And also one time they used the word roots, and that could also be representing, be signifying to x-intercept, okay? But the most important thing here today is please remember, if you see the word zero, think about x-intercept. And why is that important? Because if I have a question like this on the STAR test, I can click right there on the decimals. I can just copy the function just as it is written. So x squared minus 6x minus 16. If you see, I have my graph, and all I have to do is click on the x-intercept, and I can see the x-intercept is negative 2, 8. So there you go. The answer is letter H. See how cool it is? So please remember, the key is remember 0 means x-intercept, and please remember that you have a friend called Desmos calculator. Okay, perfect. Let's go on to the next problem. So as we move down, here we have question number 5. And this is also a question that we solved before. Remember, we found the slope, and then we would plug it in into this formula. Y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. okay? So that's one way to do it. So you find the slope, and then you plug it in the slope here, and then you use y1 and x1, and you find y. Okay, today we're demonstrating how to use decimals to solve these problems. There's two ways to use decimals. One way is what we just learned, how to find linear regression, okay? Because it says here is a line, so we know it's going to be a linear relationship. So let's build a table using these two values, okay? So right there, we notice that x is negative 26, and this is negative 11. This is 39, and this is 34. So we have a table right there, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to decimals. We're going to create a table, and it's pretty cool because the table is pretty small. Negative 26, negative 11. Then the next one is going to be 39 and 34. Perfect. Double check that you copy correctly, and then as you can see, the points appear, okay? And now we're going to use our formula for linear regression. Remember, it's y1, shift the tilde button, and mx1 plus b. And as you can see, we found the slope and the y-intercept. So right there, I know that my slope is y equals 0.692308. And so this would be x and plus b, which is 7. Okay, so off the bat, right there, I see that my y-intercept is positive 7, so I can go ahead and cancel letter D, and I can also cancel letter B. Okay, that leaves me these two here, and if you can see right here, the slope is positive, so I know I can eliminate letter A as well, because here it says negative. Okay, also, if you still have a question, you can also write 9/13 on the calculator, just to verify that our slope matches, and it does. So with certainty, I know it's going to be letter C. So today we're learning a very powerful tool, which is the linear regression on the decimals. Now the thing is, you need to remember how to write this, because nobody will be able to tell you on the day of the test about the linear regression formula, which is this one, okay? So please remember, you create a table, and then you write this formula. Okay, now what I wanted to do is, let me erase here. Let me show you another quick way, also on the decimals, how to tackle this problem right here, okay? This is what I call the zombie question, okay? So one way to do it is like this. Imagine that this is one zombie and this is the other zombie, okay? And these are our lasers that we can use to eliminate our zombies. So let's go ahead and use decimals by plotting those 2 points. So this would be negative 26, comma, negative 11. So that's my first zombie, as you can see, it appears on the graph. And then my second zombie would be 39, comma, 34. Okay, always double check that you copy correctly. One little sign could throw off the question, okay? So let's now try to use our first laser. So y equals negative 9/13 x plus 7. As you can see, the laser did not hit any of the two zombies, so I know for sure this is not gonna be letter A. So let's try letter B. Letter B is negative 9/13 x minus 7, and again, it did not hit the zombies. So let's try the next. Well, for sure we can eliminate that one. So let's try the next one. We're gonna cancel the negative, and we're gonna change these to a positive 7. And as you can see right there, this line right here, you can turn it on and off, is hitting both zombies. So this is the laser that we want. So this is another way to approach this type of question, okay? You can use linear regression, or you can think this question as the zombie question, okay? All right, so this concludes the lesson for today. Today we showed different ways of how to tackle the STAR test using decimals, okay? In many ways, if you can remember how to use this, that's going to save you time and give you more time and energy to solve other problems that might require more of your attention. Okay, so but as you can see, we had 5 problems in the 2021 STAR test that we were able to use Desmos like that, and in less than a minute, we were able to get the answer. So I hope that you found this video helpful, and thank you very much for your time. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.